Hello, welcome back to the fun and exciting world of Algebra 2. No more am I going to say another short presentation. Well, yeah, I'll probably say that some more also. All right, yesterday we looked at graphing lines and we tried to look for, or I hope you found, the relationship between the different numbers in an equation. Let's look at a very simple equation. Y equals 2/3 x plus 4. Hopefully, you found from looking at the graph that this number right here is the slope. And this number right here is my y-intercept. Y-intercept. That's why I told you that I would like you to always solve your equation for y and put it in this form. The term with the x first, the constant term second. This is called slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. And it allows us to very easily and very quickly graph a line. Let's, for the sake of something simple, graph y equals 2/3 x plus 4, the equation I just wrote. All right, first of all, I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to draw a graph. All right. Y equals 2/3 x plus 4. So, my y-intercept is 4. My y-intercept is this point right here. So from this point, my slope is 2/3. This is where my graph crosses the axis. I know my slope is 2/3. Slope, remember, is rise over run. So from this point, I go up 2 and to the right 3. I draw a point. I can also, and you should, because I'm grading you on accuracy, go down 2 and left 3. Now, up is positive, right is positive, so I get 2/3. Down is negative, left is negative, so I also get 2/3. So it's not like I'm not doing it correctly. And then I connect my points. Now I'm doing this freehand, so my line isn't going to look pretty, but it looks like this. Now, some rules for graphing. Straight edge. Use a ruler. Use something straight to draw your line. I don't want freehand. On the computer, if I'm drawing it, I got to do it freehand. All right? Label your graph. What do I mean by label? This is 1. This is 1. Label the x and y. You don't have to do any more than 1 and 1. I also want a full graph. It does not mean that this distance from here to here and here to here is going to be the same, but I don't want to see a graph that looks like this, or one that looks like this. Draw a full graph. Even if my graph is up here, I want to see this down here. If we waste a little paper, we waste a little paper. Draw a full graph. All right, I want to look at two more quick graphs. So I'm going to draw another graph. And now I want to graph the line y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. So, first thing, label your graph. I've established the scale on the x-axis and on the y-axis. Now, I go to my y-intercept, just like over here. My y-intercept was 4. I started at 4. Here my y-intercept is 1. I start at 1. My slope is negative 2/3. I go down to negative, right 3, draw a dot, up to left 3. I draw a dot. You can also continue that pattern if you wish, and you can go up to left 3, and from here I could go down to right 3, and then I draw my line. Again, I am freehanding it. You are using a straight edge. There's my line. All right. Hopefully, from the video yesterday, you realized what horizontal and vertical line equations look like. Horizontal lines are of the form y equals some number. Y equals a number. Vertical lines are of the form x equals a number. So, I'm going to draw two small graphs. All right, here I want to draw the equation for y equals 3. 1 and 1. Y equals 3 is a horizontal line. I go up to 3. I draw my horizontal line. Arrows are always cute on them. Here I want to draw the vertical line, x equals negative 2. X equals negative 2 is vertical. I go to negative 2 on the x-axis. Don't forget your scale. Go to negative 2. And I draw my line. Again, you are using a straight edge. All right. Now we have one more quick example, and then I have one last thing to say. So, I'm running out of space. Let me erase this. Okay. What happens if I want to graph an equation that looks like y equals negative 3x plus 2? First thing you want to do is change the negative 3 and put it 3 over 1. Slope is rise over run. So I want to visualize the rise, which is the 3. I want to visualize the run. I go to my y-intercept, 2. And from that point, I go down 3, right 1. And I go up 3, left 1. And then I draw my line. And again, for about the 5th time, you use a straight edge. Now, because I stopped here, I really want to have a complete graph. I want to go through the whole graph. I'm going to go down 3 more. 1, 2, 3, over 1. And I'm going to continue it like that. The slope is down 3, right 1. I can keep going like a step. Down 3, right 1. All right, This is graphing using slope-intercept. Sorry about that. Slope-intercept. This is commonly referred to as y equals mx plus b. You know right now that the slope is m, and although it's not hugely important, the y-intercept is b. Y-intercept is b. So when somebody says slope-intercept, or they say y equals mx plus b, you should know it's the same thing. All right, you should now be able to draw any line by putting it in this form. All you have to do is solve for y, find the intercept, and then use slope to graph. All right, have a great day, and hopefully this will make graphing lines for you really, really fun and simple. All right, hasta luego.